Hey guys, Andy Pickering here. So this is a bit of a follow-up from my last video that I just put out, which was a song called Out of the Way, which I recorded all analog, all the way to 2-track and shared with you the process. Out of the way, I'm spending all of my day. And now moving on from that, I kind of wanted to do a video, well, you'll have seen the title, about the arrangement. And I want to play back to you the instrumental version. For this song, I approached the recording firstly in a live setup with drums, bass and keyboards. Now, at that stage, the last video, you heard a slice of the original demo. And that was as far as I'd thought about it. It had just been that rhythm. Out of the way, I'm spending all of my day. Don't get it wrong. I guess kind of ELO, Beach Boys kind of vibe. Now, when it came to recording, playing with the drums and the bass, that was too much. So I just laid back on it. Just kind of doing that kind of thing on the electric piano. And, you know, letting the drums drive it and the bass do its thing, with the idea that I was going to overdub piano later, more lead kind of piano. So then you've just got your basic rhythm track, and that was built up in the studio just with me, Joe and Chris, just sort of improvising and getting a feel for it, doing a few takes and then going, right, that's it now, let's do the one. So the bits with the hand claps that come in the verses, that was Joe just changing the rhythm slightly and us going along with it. And then when we did the percussion, go, let's strengthen those hits with hand claps. Things like that. But then that feeds into later when I'm doing overdubs, stabs on the organ, and then suddenly that then blends together with that. So the next thing really is to talk about the mellotron. Now, I knew that the chorus for the song, the swell into, you know, a big section, it's going to need another layer to it. So I thought strings, mellotron, it's already got organ doing stabs, so maybe, you know, cut the organ out, give the organ a rest. The piano can go up a little bit higher, and then even higher than that, we can have some mellotron. That's kind of how I build it up, with the idea of the melody and how it's going to go, and the instruments just complementing that. Having different layers, so like, let's say verse 1 is like here, verse 2 is here, and then the chorus is here. Bring it right down for the middle 8, you know. Let's say for a song, I do 3 live mixes. I do the original backing track, that's your live mix, and that's your automation. I know where I want things to come in and out, or drop the piano out there and or bring this in here, you know. Make the decision, stick with it. Then overdubs, acoustic, organ, and like mellotron, they'll be dropping in and out as well. I'll do a live mix of that. So, you know, when it comes to mixing, really, I'm only worrying about vocal levels and sort of vocal effects, and the instruments themselves is just fully automated. So that's kind of how I have done this track. So with everything that I've just said, now listen to the instrumental version and you'll hear how the things come in and out and how I built it up and how I think about these things. And yeah, I really hope that you enjoy it, get something out of it, maybe learn something from it that you can put into your own music. Or maybe I'm talking absolute rubbish, who knows. But, you know, if you're watching this far into the video, I'm assuming you're interested in this kind of thing. So let's have a listen to that now. Okay, there we go. So there's the instrumental mix. I love listening to that just on its own. The way how, it drops right down for the middle eight, and I had to fill in some of those gaps where the drums were on their own. So I just sort of put an effect on the mellotron where it sort of spins in and out, and just put some little plinky piano bits. And once it's built back up for the final verse, that's your big final verse. You're hitting home the intent of the song, and that's where everything swells up. So you've got your guitar in straight from the top doing its own little motif, and you've got the piano being really playful over the top of it. And that was fully, like I say, fully my intent to think about just breaking down each section. You're going from here to here to here, you bring it back down to here, then you come right back up to here. Not a lot of this for me comes from technical know-how. It just comes from immersing myself in records, what other people do, and just trying to recreate it in my own way. So I hope you've enjoyed it anyway. And don't forget, like and subscribe. If you want to work with me, I do a remote keyboard recording service called Pro Vintage Keys. Check it all out on my website, and I'll see everyone again very soon. Cheers then. Bye.